Hi everyone, this is Socionics YouTube channel where we help you to broaden your knowledge about yourself and other people. So today we would like to make a video about the typing video. So basically we want to share with you and try to type with you the person that everybody knows, hopefully. Steve Jobs. So let's do it.
I remember reading a magazine article a long time ago when I was 12 years old maybe. I think it was Scientific American, I'm not sure. And the article proposed to measure the efficiency of locomotion for lots of species on planet Earth to see which species was the most efficient at getting from point A to point B. The condor was the most efficient at getting from point A to point B.
Okay, so he is given right away an example from his past. So when you are projecting in time, this is introverted intuition. Every time we're talking about efficiency, about using resources, in this case resources of somebody's body. It can be a bird, it can be an animal, it can be a human, and they were measuring how effective these beings spent their energy. Every time we are measuring effectiveness of something, it goes right away towards extroverted logic.
If you look at why the majority of people have bought these things so far, there have been two real explosions that have propelled the industry forward. The first one really happened in 1977, and it was the spreadsheet.
They asked him to compare machines to each other, and the first thing that he is given again. He goes to the past and he compares different stages of the process. How it came from point A to where it is right now. And he's comparing all these stages, which goes towards introverted intuition, which is projection in time and looking at processes in the time period.
And the third one is, let's do for human-to-human communication what spreadsheets did for financial planning and what desktop publishing did for publishing. Let's revolutionize it using these desktop devices. And we're already starting to see the signs of that.
Every time somebody is saying that, so I see the signs of something coming up.
Mm-hmm.
There are signs. What does it mean?
It's introverted intuition. Looking at sign, you assume that some future gonna happen. That's why it's introverted intuition.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he analyzed overall, that he was talking about specific years, specific events that changed the whole industry. This is deep understanding overall of introverted intuition. So what exactly event caused basically like revolution and in technology.
Mm-hmm.
But revolution technology is extroverted logic.
We also can't change our geographic organization very fast. Matter of fact, even slower than the management one. We can't be moving people around the country every week. But we can change an electronic organization like that.
Well, every time he is talking about changing something, is it extroverted or introverted aspect?
Extroverted.
Extroverted aspect, because you're changing something in external world. And you're changing, you're organizing, you're building. Again, extroverted logics.
And we're finding we can reorganize our companies electronically very rapidly, and that's the only type of organization that can begin to keep pace with the changing business conditions.
Well, he's talking about organizing business in a fast-paced world. So, or every time we're, again, talking about organization, extroverted logics, in fast-paced world, introverted intuition. So you're
talking about speed.
Speed, and he's feeling this processes pretty well, and that's why it's easy for him to talk about it. Of course, he's working in this industry his whole life. That's why you might think that this is why he knows all this stuff, because he's been working on it like his whole life. But here in this video, he's not that old. So when we are talking about Socionics types, we mean like what kind of lenses people view in the world, and people have different, perspective on what they see around. Even when people look at the same thing, the very same things, different people will see different things, probably because they view the world from different angles. And this is our natural abilities that were given to us by nature.
Time to market is very important, and quality is very important. And the way we can make tremendous increase in quality and reductions in time to market is through automation. So the automation isn't there to lower the cost, although it does do that. It's really there to increase the quality and decrease the time it takes us to get a new product, as an example, to market, which is very important in a technology-based marketplace.
Well, this is definitely a very bright also example how he understands the technology, because combining together two aspects, introverted intuition and extroverted logic. So they mix together, they go together, and he understands it so well. So technology is extroverted logic, and time, what he was doing accent on, and time is introverted intuition.
Yeah.
So we happen to be the lowest cost producer in the world already at Next of our class of products. We also happen to be one of the highest quality producers of our type of product in the world. And we think for a company to survive, much less prosper in the 90s, that these are going to be very, very important things to be world class at.
Wow.
So he's talking about survivability of the company
as soon
on the
as
market.
we hear about surviving, it's extroverted sensing.
Surviving, food chain.
And not just that, he was saying that we are lowest cost producing, so it's like achievement, and this is towards extroverted sensing more.
Well, why achievement is about extroverted logic?
Sensing.
Extroverted sensing. Achievements?
To prove that you're the best.
Okay. Why it is important to be the best?
He said the best in the world. So
in the world, that makes sense. Okay.
So that's pretty, pretty
it's
big
not
statement.
Like the best in my neighborhood, in the world.
Yeah, so we're talking about
think big.
Big scale, and when it comes to big scale, it's extroverted sensing.
It was basically in the bag. It's not that we didn't work 24 hours a day for the last 6 months to get it out, but we were on the bomb run at that time.
He is working very, very hard.
Yeah. He's saying like he's proud that they've been working for 24 hours a day, six months in a row.
To release some new products. So
yeah, definitely.
So definitely valuing achieving something more than his comfort. So when achieving is extroverted sensing, and
needs of his body,
comfort, rest, and health, as we know, unfortunately,
natural needs of his body. He's just
was an issue also for him, and later on is introverted sensing, and it's what
definitely,
as we can see, he doesn't have in values.
He didn't pay attention
as a third quad. Yeah.
To create a whole new software architecture from the ground up that lets us build these new types of applications and lets us build them in 25% of the time that it normally takes to do on a PC. So we spent 4 years with 50 to 100 of the best software people that I know, creating a whole new software platform from the ground up.
I want to point out that how many of the numbers he uses, 25%, 100 people, etc., through all the interview he keep measuring in this precise numbers, and also like in quantity and also in time, like 4 years, 5 years, 7 years. So the numbers is pointing out the extroverted logic. And
because it's a measurement of the external objects or anything.
And also the precise time intervals, or like number of years, or he often saying like things like 6 months, like 90 days, or like 5-6 years. So he referring to the precise amount of time, not just he's saying recently or for the last period, or not using it at all, but he refers to the time intervals very often, which points out that he got it at least in values, as we already said.
So, after watching this video, we figured out that we've actually heard some specific aspects that Steve Jobs said. And it is very clear that he has a couple dominant aspects in his speech, in his interview. And of course, you can say that, well, maybe it's in this particular interview. He was talking so much about extroverted logics and introverted intuition. If you would ask him other questions, then he would tell us other aspects. Well, if you have this kind of videos, then please send them to us. Please write them on the comments. The links.
Well, but we're judging according to this video.
Yeah.
And well, you can say that even without watching, I would say that he's not just was talking about these aspects like dominantly through the interview, but you can see the deepness, how he goes into these aspects, and how well he can use and utilize them in.
But maybe he read about it
work.
somewhere.
No, that's impossible.
Why
You definitely can say from this interview that these aspects he got strong, that they 3-4 dimensional out of 4 dimensions total, and that he got it strong, that he got in values. Otherwise he wouldn't be talking, because we watched like half an hour of this interview, and we didn't have time to watch everything, but we may,
Yeah, if you will send us some interesting videos, we'll be really happy to watch them. So please send us the links on the videos that you would like us to watch, like in interviews most.
Yeah, and if you want to watch this interview fully, you can click on the link below in the description.
Mm-hmm.
So what we come down to, that he is logic from third quadrant, and that I would say probably more likely is LIE. But he also could be.
Which means?
Like we came down to 2 options, LIE or ILI.
Okay, yeah.
So
basically logical intuitive extroverted or logical intuitive introverted.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Intuitive,
there was he was talking a lot of the external things, about events, about management, about interaction with different companies and communication through the world of people, and he was talking it in more outside, outgoing, extroverted way. So we leaning definitely according we just saying what we seen in this video. We're leaning towards logical, intuitive, extroverted type. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, you can
give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this.